Welcome to the Later Maybe podcast. I'm Lauren. This is Kaylee.
Hi.
And today we are joined by the gorgeous, the fabulous Claudia McHaffie.
Hi, guys.
Thank you for being here. So as we all know, Claudia is a content creator. She is an entrepreneur. And she is mom to 2 kids, Saint and Summer.
Yep. And Summer is how old now? 7 months.
7 months. Wow.
I can't believe it.
She's fresh. She's a fresh little bun.
She is. She still smells. She's still got that smell.
Oh, you see, that's
nice. Sniffer, guys. It's
sniffer
like
head.
Like, she's delicious.
That's the best drug. It's the smell of a baby. Oof,
I know. Oh.
so nice.
So we all know the beautiful outfits, the family moments, the business, the highlights. But today, I don't want to interview Claudia about all of that. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it. But I want to go beyond. I want to meet the woman behind all of that. How do you feel?
Good. I do feel like there is obviously a persona that I put out and things I, want to show the world. And I hope it inspires others, but there's so much more. There's so much more to me that not everyone knows.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
Let's climb into it.
So which version of Claudia do you think that people think they know? But there's another version, right? Beneath that.
Yes.
So who is that version?
Yeah. I think people think I live like the perfect life because often I think content creators are seen because we're showing a highlight reel right, all the time.
Yeah.
And not often we're showing negative things or things that aren't positive. But I definitely have been making an effort to share the tough things. So I have shared things about like infertility, miscarriage, mental health, when my dad passed away, grief. So I have been sharing things that I feel are relatable and I think, that make me less perfect, but real. So I think that's super important. I think a lot of people think I'm super confident because I can come across like that, but actually I'm not that confident. So
tell us how you
That's
work
interesting.
around that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is interesting.
It's a mental thing. It's definitely a mental thing. So I can kind of switch it on and off. And I don't kind of know how I ended up getting there, but I am definitely what do you call it?
And you're
Introvert?
an ambivert. So you're an
Ambivert.
introvert, but you can pivot. You're like a chameleon.
Yes.
So you read the room and you respond accordingly.
That's it.
An ambivert.
So I can rock up at a PR event with great outfit that's making me feel confident. So I've obviously got little tips and tricks for myself that make me feel good. If my hair looks good, my makeup's done, I had a good night's sleep, all of the things that I can control.
Yes,
I can show up confident, knowing what I'm going into, having goals set for the day, deliverables, things like that, having the day planned out kind of in my head, and I can rock up and be super confident.
Yeah.
But there's days that truly I lie in bed and I actually can't get out of bed. And I don't show those days, but those days are there. I'm not feeling confident. I'm not feeling great. I don't feel like putting on makeup. I don't feel perfect. Nothing's perfect. I'm having a tough day. Those days are there. 100% are there.
Yeah. And I love that because it just makes you it's so human, right? We all have those days.
Yeah.
We all need those recovery days, so to speak.
Exactly.
If Instagram, TikTok, the platforms that you're on, if they were to cease to exist, who would you be? And I'm not saying that's all that you are, but should it all?
I love that question because I think that is so beautiful. I would definitely still be a creative.
Okay.
I think I would either do interiors, I would do painting, I would do definitely something creative still because that is in my soul and in my DNA.
Yeah.
My mom is an incredible painter.
Okay.
I grew up with her going to painting classes every Thursday evening with her friends. And she used to paint the most incredible things. I used to join her sometimes for that, which was really fun. So I think I would definitely still be in that. And I say this and it makes me almost feel guilty, but it's just being real and raw. But I would probably be a more involved mom. So requiring less external help and being more present with my kids and hands-on, which would be such a beautiful thing. but the life I'm living now doesn't always allow for that, although I do prioritize it, obviously.
Yes.
As much as you can.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm more than just a mom. So I feel a lot of women have kids and then they feel like that's their whole identity. There are certain women that feel that and that are that, and that is amazing.
Yes.
But there are also women that are half mom, half business owner. And then there's people like me that is mom, entrepreneur, content creator. And those things bring me joy. And I feel like if I'm not a happy person, how can I be a great mom? So that is kind of how I'm justifying it. If I should be justifying it, I don't even know. But that is how I justify it because it brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm happy, my kids can be happy. They feed off of us, right?
Well, this is it, right? Like I think, and it's something I say so often to my clients is you are the heart of the home, you know, and if your heart is not happy, if it is not beating, if it is not functioning, I mean, the whole family, it's like a ripple effect, right?
Yeah.
So I think the fact that you just highlighted the word joy there, just for me, I was like, yes, yes, that is how we should be living.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what would happen.
And I'm sure
All
it's
of those
not
things
easy. It's
disappeared.
not easy. The juggle is not easy.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's wild. It's wild scenes. I'm not going to, I often say that in my WhatsApps to people when they're like, hello, I'm following up. I'll be like, sorry, it's been wild scenes because it literally is
Wild scenes.
literally multiple scenes going on. It's the kids like, okay, this kid's got a snolly nose. Okay, this deadline for content creation. Oh, there's a client at OMM waiting for a presentation. Like, you know, it's wild scenes. It's just chaos all around. But I kind of also thrive off of it a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
So you work well under pressure.
yes. Is that the ADHD?
I think it is. I love it.
Yeah.
Who were you before the world knew your name?
Sure. I think I was definitely, I've always been independent and entrepreneur. That was like my first kind of thing, I would say.
Because you started with your company, right?
Yes.
And very young too.
Very young. Very interesting story. But I went and studied. I cum lauded in what I studied. I studied city planning. How wild is that?
Wait, what?
City
Yeah.
planning, ladies and gentlemen.
So very interesting. Actually, so initially I wanted to study architecture.
Okay.
And then they had changed something in the requirements and I couldn't get in. So they said, well, go into city planning for 1 year and you can flip over to the next.
Okay. So like a bridging, then
we
going
go.
to architecture.
And when time came to do it, I was like, no, I love this. I'm actually really enjoying this. And I stayed. And it was very visual, very creative, technical, but it's got the technical with the creative, which was great. So I studied that, cum laude, top of my class, won all the like prizes, everything, like
Incredible.
walked away with everything. And I thought, great, I'm going to walk into a job. It's going to be fabulous. Yeah, that didn't happen. I sent out like 200 emails, interview, like CVs, you know, all of the things, didn't get the job. And then my husband at the time, well, I think he was my boyfriend at the time, had a client that worked in property and got me a job. So anyway, started there, corporate first day, very excited, dressed corporate, you know, all excited. Walked in there, walked out, got home, and he said, how was it? And I said, is this it? Is this what I studied for? And is this life now?
Yeah.
Surely this can't be it.
It's got to be more.
You know what I mean? There was nothing wrong with that company. It was like my expectation. I don't know what I expected to get out of it emotionally.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it. And that's the day I think that my entrepreneurial brain kind of kicked in and was like, we've got to do something.
But that's power, hey? You do get people who will walk into a job and be like, well, this is the job, I get paid, cool.
Yeah.
But you prioritize your happiness and you were like, I need to pivot now because this is not serving my soul.
No.
On day one, why am I going to waste my time?
Exactly.
That's power.
Do you think you've always been so in touch with yourself, who you are, your purpose, what makes you happy? Because hearing that story, I'm like, that's a woman who knows.
That's a very self-aware individual.
I feel like I didn't at the time. Like I didn't really know. I was kind of just going with the flow. And I think that was my first step into acknowledging what is making me happy and what is not. And since then, it's been a journey and I've learned so much and I've become more and more aware of that kind of stuff. So that is the day I created and started my very first business.
That day,
That day,
you're like, I'm not wasting any more precious
that
time.
day, I said to Duncan, I was like, I need to start something. I started researching, I started YouTubing, I started looking at what I want to do. And I literally started it. I think within like a week, I had a Facebook page going. At that time, Facebook was everything. I got everything going. I started like finding, just everything started like behind the scenes.
What was OMM at the time when you started it?
It was actually, it's so funny because it's such a funny name, but it was called Mo-T-Tees.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be motivational t-shirts. That's what it stood for.
Okay.
I was very into like fitness and being active and that. And so I wanted to do like motivational t-shirts. It said like cool things on it.
Yeah.
And so you could order those from me. And I did pure sales through social media. And Duncan the one day said to me, what are you doing? You are so good at this like Facebook thing.
Yeah.
Like, why are you selling t-shirts? Like, we could do more with this. And I was like,
Actually.
And that got your brain going.
And that is, I would say, when OMM was born. Yeah. And it was like maybe a couple of months in. And that's when it started.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Dunks.
For those who don't know, what is OMM?
So OMM stands for Online Media Management. It's now a full service digital marketing agency. We're actually turning 13 this year.
No way.
13.
Congratulations.
I know. It's been crazy. It's been wild. It's been awesome. It's been challenging. It's been fulfilling. It's brought me to my knees. It's lifted me up. It's given me, it's been everything. It's my first baby. 100% my first baby.
Yeah.
I've got a team of 17. We base in Joburg and in Cape Town. And yeah, I think I'm really, really proud of the team that we've built. We now are 3 partners in the business. Duncan's a partner and Miguel is our creative director and partner as well. And yeah, just really, we're doing awesome stuff. Like,
awesome stuff. Let's talk about it. Our Later Maybe podcast rebrand was OMM. So,
And it's gorgeous.
I know, I love it.
thank you for giving
And
us
it's
that
so funny. Lauren and I
opportunity.
were like, I don't know if we like that direction. It's not really what we had in mind. We went through all the different angles, all the different designs. And what did we end up on? The first
option one.
they actually mentioned to us.
We really like it.
Yeah, we were like, actually, it's growing on us. So, yeah, the creatives, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
For sure.
we've got that's the one thing I think I'm very passionate about in OMM is like young employment, youth employment. So we do quite a bit of internship programs where we bring interns in and build them up. The very first intern that joined OMM is still with OMM.
Oh, wow.
Tanya, she's the head of social. And she's never left. Like, it's crazy. She's been with us. She's literally
she's
head
part
of
of the
social.
fam.
Yeah.
She's part of our management team,
Yeah.
and that for me is everything. So I also am very passionate about female entrepreneurship and female empowerment, and
Love
women.
that.
Getting the
Like foot in the door.
exactly, foot in the door. Get your goals. Like do what you want to do. Follow those dreams.
Building, creating, making a difference.
Yeah.
And that's so powerful.
Yeah. So we've got a very young and dynamic team, and that's it's a big thing for us. We've got a very young team, and I enjoy the young people because they bring a fresh take on so many things. A lot of our clients are older businesses that have been around for many years, and they need the young energy. They need that. And they actually come to us and say, we need life in our business. Can you help bring our business to life? And I'm like, we can do that for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very proud of it.
Speaking of energy, like even just being around you've got such
a warm energy.
a beautiful energy. And I mean, obviously it translates through camera because that's why you've got the following you do, because people feel that. But it's authentic as well. Like this person who's sitting here before the camera's rolling is the same person. I think that's really beautiful.
Thank
as
you.
well. Yeah.
Thank you. I think it is really important because I often hear comments around people saying, oh, I met this creator in real life that I've been following for years, and they just weren't the person that I follow. Like it was like different.
Different personalities than
And
online.
Exactly. And we got to understand that there are some creators that are putting up a persona for a reason, because that is the goal of their creation, is to come up with a persona and then be this persona. And they might not always, maybe let's say it's a comedy, kind of person that's a comedian, and they might not always be funny 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, who is funny 24/7?
Yeah.
But for me, I am my own niche.
Yes.
I am my niche.
I love that, because when people are like, what's your niche? Makeup? No, Claude's is the niche.
I am my niche.
Yeah.
My personality is who I am. So hopefully if you catch me in a shop or wherever, you are getting this part of me. I do have bad days though, guys.
But that's what I think is important to put out there. You are still human outside of it. There are going to be bad days, or you are going to have those moments of fear at PR events, or you're going to, and I've seen it in action, when you have a brief or a deadline or something that you have to do at a PR event, you are like, it's like target acquired, done. And all you do is get the deliverables done for your client. And I feel like when you're in that moment, sometimes you can be a little bit distracted. And it's not a case of sitting and networking and chatting and having, you've got a job to do. I think that's what people do sometimes forget, is that even when you're out in public, or if you're at a PR event, you still have a job to do and you're there to work. So sometimes you can, like I do it as well. I've sort of, you almost look a little bit like switched off. But it's not, you don't mean it. You're just busy. And like concentrating,
You've moved inwards. You're focused.
You're focused,
So
I think that's the misconception a lot of the time.
100%. So if I can say anything to my audience is, give me grace, or give us grace as creators. You might catch us on the days where we're like exactly who we are, when I'm busy shopping at H&M and you catch me in the aisles there.
Especially if she found a good deal.
Listen.
That's when you're going to get the best clothes.
If I'm shopping, I'm probably in the best mood, and that's who you're going to find. And I do suffer from headaches and things like that. So sometimes that really gets me down. And then, like you said, when I'm at PR events, I'm honed in on working. I'm oftentimes I'm getting paid. And I've got to work. It's like I'm working. I'm not there to.
This is the job.
Yeah, to socialize. I always try and get my work done first
and then
socialize. Because I can't jump between the two, if that makes any sense. I struggle with the ADHD. Like, socialize, work, socialize. I can't. Like, I'm there, I'll work, and then I'll socialize. People can see that as being rude. It absolutely isn't. It's just, it is really important to understand that a lot of time content creators are busy working. So
I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Where are we going, Lauren?
At one point, thousands of people seem to have an opinion about who you were or who you are and who what your character.
Let's unpack.
Yes. So maybe we know what we're talking about. Maybe share with us this, what can I call it? This event that happened, which I think was kind of core shaking.
Yes.
As a creator online.
But even as a human being, because I think it got so personal.
Yes.
It wasn't supposed to be an attack on you, and it became an attack on your character. Because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's it.
Basically.
That's exactly it. My mentor that got me into, I would say, into my TikTok game, went through something like this many years ago, and she often speaks about it as like one of the major turning points in her life and in her career, and it kind of, it shifted everything for her, and never in my wildest dreams that I think I would experience it. Like I was like, surely that would never happen to me. And then it did. It absolutely did. And I am your plug queen. I love plugging you on a bougie little mascara at Discam, and I love plugging you on a high-end lippy at MAC, whatever the case is. I love plugging people. And so, but I'm a South African girly. I have traveled quite a bit, but I don't generally shop outside of South Africa. This is where I'm at. And yes, unfortunately, one day I'm walking in my mall, and the next minute I see something that I'm like, this is interesting. my girls would love to know about this. My girl pals would love to know about this. And I was like, kind of confused. And I was like, it's quite quiet, but I haven't seen any advertising on it. But like, what's happening? This is exciting. So I thought, well, let me do a TikTok. Let's do it. Let's share. And if people are keen, they can come and see. And
This was like a pop-up.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, okay, this is cool. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. It's an international brand. I mean, I don't know. Should I even mention the brand?
If you want
I think those who know, know. Those who
know,
don't.
know.
don't.
Yeah. So anyway, the face of the,
Send a comment.
yeah.
We'll answer you.
The face of the brand was all over. It looked really professional. It was done really beautifully and it was really nice. And I was there with a friend and we walked through and we're like, oh, this is nice. And I was like, cool, I'm going to buy one or two things, test it out. Is it as great as everyone says it is?
And I think it is it's that initial excitement because it's not a product that's readily available to South Africans.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, we finally get to get our hand. Let's look and see what it's all about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I knew about the brand at that time was just who the face is. I've heard people talk on TikTok about it and how great it is. And that was about it. Like nothing crazy, nothing intense. I've never like brought it in or bought from anyone who brings it in or anything like that. And I bought some product and I left and I posted the TikTok. And later that day, my phone started blowing up. And I was like, whoa, the girls are excited about this. And I was like, sure. Did I like stumble across something amazing?
Like a hidden gem.
Yeah, this is really cool. And I was like, and I felt good. I was like, this is so nice that I could give girls this plug because, you know, it's only a pop-up. So it's only there for a weekend. And so time was kind of the essence. And people started commenting and I was like, this is great. And initially it was very, very positive. And I was like, this is cool. Awesome, happy, like moving on, you know, carrying on with my day. And then I started seeing a turn. And
was it within the same day?
Yes.
it was that quick. Okay.
Wow.
It was that quick. I think it was the Thursday. The pop-up was until the Sunday. I posted on the Thursday. I think it was the Thursday. And then I started spotting some negative comments, and it concerned me a little bit because I was like, "Ooh, this is nerve-wracking." You know, I don't get a lot of negative comments on my TikTok in general. It can be a little bit unhinged sometimes, but at that time I wasn't getting anything hectic. And there were some strong comments, and I take them seriously because it's my community. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of new people starting to follow me, and some of the comments were that it could be fake, and I was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah,
but you don't expect a massive mall to let out a space to a fake brand.
100,000%.
You don't stumble across it and go, like, you don't walk in Santa and you go, oh no, that Louis Vuitton store, that's definitely fake.
That's,
like,
to give you an idea, that pop-up was across a Michael Kors store.
So what evidence was there that this would be?
This is fake? What was the reasoning? Did they start to say like, oh, but this is counterfeit product?
Someone was saying, oh no, there were some comments like, if they were coming to South Africa, I would have known. Almost like, I don't know, they obviously follow them religiously, or they're like a big fan or super fan, and they like follow them and are waiting. And so they're saying, well, I would have kind of known. And I was like, maybe you would have known. I don't know. And then there were comments just saying like, is this real? Why wasn't there any like press on this, influencers? But then I think people started assuming I was the influencer, which I wasn't.
And what they thought that you were paid to attend this thing.
And I literally was just shopping with a friend in the mall.
Yeah. And because you're that close with your audience, you were like, let me take you guys. And
it was quick. You were like, well, it's gonna end on Sunday if I don't post this now.
Yeah. Like when I walk in Woolies and I see a cute pair of sunnies, and I quickly plug you guys on it, I'm not expecting you guys to all go at me if it's like a dupe of something. Like,
it's like, it's cute. It's like Woolies.
Cute and it's like great, right?
You're sharing your world, your experiences. Like, there's no way we would have known.
No.
And then when I started seeing the comments, I started getting concerned and I reached out to them all and I said, what is the story? And they said to me, we have all the papers. We have everything legally that is correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, okay, cool. That gave me trust. I felt like, okay, that's great. Then the comments carried on. And then I was like, I need to go deeper. Contacted the actual brand. The brand that kind of, because I saw online there was a brand that was promoting it. And I was like, okay, that must be the
people,
brand that's bringing it in.
The guys responsible. Yeah.
Message them. I said, can I see like your official documents and stuff that this is not counterfeit goods? Like, because there's comments around this and we need to clarify. And I have, I have a responsibility to people online to a degree, right?
Yeah.
But also at this point, you've now spent a lot of money with these people and you're like, oh my word.
I know, right?
Did I just buy fake stuff? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my, but now I've gotten two companies have told me this is legit. They've done their due diligence. And I'm like, okay. And then this TikTok blew up. It blew up wild. Like there were positive, negative, there were comments of all sorts, right? And I thought, okay, let's ride this out. Let's see where it goes. And people that were commenting saying, no, this must be counterfeit. I was responding with pictures of like the documents that the mall had sent me and saying, please make your own decision, but this is what was provided saying that it is authentic.
Yes.
Like you make your own decision, but here is the information. Then it started moving away from the brand.
And it became
onto me.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is hectic. Like,
now bearing in mind, this is over a weekend. Like,
it's wild.
It was quick.
It was quick. And at the end of my video, the first video, I said, I'll do an unboxing when I get home because people love my little unboxings.
Yes.
Right?
And at that point, the people who are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this thing was a thing.
Yeah.
You're like, they want to know what you bought.
Yeah. I must just say the trauma from this is something that will forever sit in my body somewhere because it was one of the most traumatic things I ever went through. Out of my top 5 in my life, it would probably be one of them because I don't want people to spend their hard-earned money on fake stuff. Like that is not what I would ever want for anyone. Like if you know me, you'll know that that's never my intention.
Exactly.
And then there were just creators jumping on the bandwagon. There were other creators that went and did identical videos basically to me to also kind of plug their audiences. But unfortunately, you were victim number one. I was the victim. Yeah. A couple of other creators got a little bit of backlash, but not mine was like the main.
I think at that point, that video was so in everybody's feeds that it was like, okay, we're going to just target this one.
TikTok had pumped that video. It was pumping out to that South African audience and it was just getting seen. And it was my DMs. I eventually switched them off because it was just getting intense. It turned into a smear campaign. And I mean, it happens so quickly that you don't have control of it.
No.
There's no control.
It's like a fire, right?
It's a fire and you've got a little stick that you need to try and put it out with.
I think like, what did it feel like having strangers decide who you were?
Yeah.
I am a people pleaser by nature. I live with anxiety. I've had anxiety for many years. It took me many years to realize that as well. And to go through something like this, caring what people think about me and then having the anxiety, like I was very close to a mental breakdown and people were like, it's not that serious. It's
no. In your world, it's
serious.
Intense.
Because people are now looking at me in a way like that I'm not intended. You know, I didn't intend for that.
And I think there's a level of authenticity that is really important in what you do and now being seen as inauthentic or, what is the word I'm looking for? Let's stick with that. I mean, that's quite soul destroying.
It's literally you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. You yourself have spent your money on this. Now you're questioning if it's authentic, if it's not. And people have now decided that you're at fault.
Yes.
Not the fact that there is a parallel importer somewhere bringing in possibly counterfeit products. It's now Claudia opened a pop-up and is telling everybody to go. Like, that's not
And you know,
what it is.
let me tell you.
It disappeared so quick.
So by the Friday, I had sat down on my chair, my beauty chair, to do my unboxing, and I sat down with the packets and I said, let's talk about it. And I think everyone is expecting an unboxing to see what I got, you know? And I said, I'm not unboxing this. And let me tell you why. I said, because of everything that's happened. I can't confirm this. People were messaging the brand directly in America. They said they've got no association with anything in South Africa. I can't unbox this because it would be unauthentic of me and irresponsible for me to unbox this when I know for a fact I can't prove that it is 100,000% real. I can't. Yeah. You know? And so people were very disappointed. Some of my audience were like, but we want to see what you got because we're still going to go. But in my video, the point of the video was, please share this with all your friends that you guys know are keen to go, that are planning on going this weekend, that are like literally making time in their schedules. Make sure that they are aware that they don't know that this is real or not. Yeah. Please, I don't want anyone to go and spend their money and then it turns out not being real. Like that would be heartbreaking for me. Like that, I'm carrying that on my shoulders. Yeah. And I begged and pleaded for people to please just share this as far and wide as possible. It did go quite wide, which was great. And yeah, I just couldn't do it because it was wild. But by the Saturday morning, I think it was shut down by the mall. The mall, okay. Because I think they realized that
they were getting some heat online.
Yeah, they're getting heat online. There possibly isn't sufficient proof on things or whatever the case is, but it was taken down. And yeah, but unfortunately the damage was done. My biggest concern around this was A, are people still going to trust me after this? And B, are brands still going to want to work with me? And I've put in so much effort into this profile and building an audience and those two things. And then obviously just the damage of reading all the comments. Yeah. Eventually, Duncan literally said to me, he's like, stop reading the comments.
Yeah, you have to
stop it. Stop it. Block them. Block everything. Yeah. And I went and blocked everyone that was like kind of, just lambasting me. And then I heard from other people that they were doing like laughing videos about being blocked. And it was just really bad.
I feel like from an outsider looking into this whole thing unfolding, I think it was about 2 weeks. Just every day, posting a new video, posting a new thing, sort of making Claude's this like laughing stock because of this whole scenario. And they completely lost sight of actually who was at fault. And it was this company that could have possibly duped people out of, their money. And it became about a character assassination.
Yeah. But people still went and bought the product, did TikToks, posted them and said, thanks, Claude, for the plugs. I love the products. I don't even care if they're real. Yeah. They're nice. So they smell incredible. My lips look great. My whatever. Great. Awesome. And I was like, did you just post that? Like, are you well? And people were like, we don't care.
Yeah, no scam.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Come for me, bro.
Yeah, no, there were lots of those videos, which made me feel really good.
It's also a testament to your community.
Yes. Yeah. They were like, what? Whatever, man. Like, it was great. And, so there was that, but it was very, very, very intense. Yeah.
What have you learned about human nature through being judged so unfairly and so harshly?
Sure. I just learned that all you can do is try your best, but unfortunately there are going to be times that you are in the wrong place and in the wrong time, and these things are going to happen. And I really am trying my best. Ever since then, I mean, there was a point where I considered just stopping doing everything.
Yeah, that's sad. And to give it all up.
Yes, but at the end of the day, it actually ended up putting fire under me. And I'm grateful for that now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I wouldn't say that. But human nature, I think people just jumping onto things to, for the lack of a better word, like clout.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that jumped on it and their accounts grew rapidly because they were talking about it. And I mean, we all do it. We jump on trending things all the time.
That's what social media is.
Yeah.
That's what social media is. So not that I'm looking down on them for that. I just feel like
But at the expense of somebody,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
The comments got intense because they got very personal. People were saying things like they had met me at a PR event and I hadn't greeted them, and
but this goes back to you working. Like,
it was wild.
I could go to a PR event with you sometimes, but if you're being paid to be there and you've got deliverables, I may not even say anything to you.
Yeah.
You're like locked in.
Yeah. And you're my friend.
Exactly.
Like
I might just pass you a champers and be like,
yeah,
go.
Yeah, exactly. No, it got intense. Like people that I've met and seen and they were saying all these things in the comments and like laughing and guys, humans can be cruel, hey?
Law, can we unpack the psychology behind mean comments online? Like I can have an opinion, okay? But I'm not going to type it out. Like I've never been the person to be like, I hate the hat you're wearing. Send. I don't like the hat you're wearing. I move on with my life and I carry on. But there are some people who simply have to have a say and they find joy. I don't know if is joy the right
dopamine?
word?
Like what is happening actually?
Is it the hit of dopamine that they're missing, that they get such a thrill from tearing somebody apart?
Well, I mean, we've got the term keyboard warriors for a reason because they exist. But I think, and it's such a layered conversation, but there is something unresolved in that person. And I think if there's anybody that irks you online, that's a signal that you've got to do a little bit of reflection. Why? Why is this irking you about this person? What is unresolved in me that is now being activated in this situation? So, but it is something I will never understand.
Yeah.
I will never understand the blatant disregard for another human being's feelings. And it's painful.
Because I do feel like sometimes when I get a negative comment, I want to comment back, or I think to myself, would you say this to my face?
No,
if
they
you
wouldn't.
And I was sitting right here across from each other.
Never.
Because I say, don't ever comment something. And I even I say this, and I mean, I think I want to say this to my kids one day as well. Never say something online that you wouldn't say to someone in person.
Yeah.
And
that
I think
whole thing, is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true?
exactly.
Right? If we could all
But I
just
think
live a
if we
little
can
longer.
if we can expand on that, never say something or put something out on social media that you wouldn't want printed on a billboard.
Oh,
There's this
you've hit it.
There's this woman, and I don't know who she is. Maybe we should tag her in one of our videos, but she literally calls out people who post nasty comments. She comes
Love
with her
it.
trash can, and she's got her trash can juice, and she's like, right, Brenda, puts up their photo.
that's brilliant.
It's bold, but she calls them out. And then she will search through their photos and be like, oh, so you said my ass is fat.
Well, oh my gosh.
So, I mean, there's that.
My favorite comment that I saw on a mean comment. So there are creators out there that just comment on mean comments. And it was just, you should touch grass and heal. And I was like, okay, well, she's not wrong.
I love that. That should be like a tagline.
Yeah. Somebody put that on a t-shirt. Go touch grass and heal.
Exactly. Get outside and get a bit of vitamin D, girl.
Yeah.
Come on.
Has this changed the way that you judge others? And I say you judge others not because you're a judgy person, but
Yes.
there are moments we all.
There are circumstances that happen where you could have an opinion. Is that opinion delayed now to give benefit of the doubt?
Let me tell you, that event was brain altering. It was brain altering. You think and see and experience things differently now. When I see something like that starting to happen with someone else, because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Firstly, I say a little prayer for them because it's intense. And then secondly, you kind of want to be one of the first in the comments to to be kind and to kind of
extinguish
just let's just bring it back down. Like some of the stuff isn't that serious, Brenda. Like some of it isn't serious.
Sorry, Brenda, but
Yeah, sorry,
that was
Brenda.
a
Brenda's out there. Sorry, that was just the name that came to my mind.
Like some of it is really serious. So, you know, but if it's not that serious, like just
What are the cool kids saying? It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
That's what they say, hey?
yeah.
No, not that deep. Yeah.
I have to also say, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was so much more going on during this time
Yes.
that you were navigating that I don't know if your followers knew what was happening in the personal life of Claudia.
during this whole character assassination.
So it was,
I actually have goosebumps.
yeah, it was so complex and layered for you.
Yes.
So maybe talk us through that if you're comfortable.
Yes. Yeah.
Like what was happening?
So we obviously struggled with infertility. I've shared quite a bit of that. To have Saint. It took us quite a long time. And we had him and we were really grateful through IVF. It was awesome. And then my dad passed away, unfortunately. And
Were you close?
we were quite close, yeah. And he was like my mom's rock.
So to lose that
Yeah.
stabilizing factor in your life.
So
is
it
also-
was beyond wild. They had literally just moved to the coast basically to retire. They'd been there 5 months. It was something that I don't wish upon anyone.
traumatic, yeah.
And I fell pregnant naturally 5 months after it passed away. Don't ask me how, but it happened. But I was in such a bad space. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
And within a couple of days, I miscarried. And I don't even say this lightly, but I'm kind of thankful for that because I wouldn't have been able to give that pregnancy what it needed. And I was in such a bad mental space. I don't think our family would have survived that. Like,
Yeah.
just don't know if we would have survived that.
And bearing in mind, you had a very small Sainty at the time.
Yes, he was still little. He was 8 months. So that is crazy.
Sure.
So yeah, we were going through that, and then we decided we wanted another one eventually when, you know, things calmed down a little bit, and we went back for IVF for a second round. And then I had a horrific miscarriage that almost cost me my life. And yeah, that was surreal. It still feels like a movie when I think back in my head. It doesn't feel real. Like, was that me? Like, when I look back at photos, I'm like, was that me? Blood transfusions, like
Emergency
wild.
surgery.
Yeah, like beyond wild.
Like one of the scariest moments of your life.
Pretty much.
You almost died.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to also acknowledge, I mean, you have shared in a post what had happened, and people can go through Claude's page and read up. But when you are now wheeled into emergency surgery, the only thing your husband knew was, we don't know if she's going to make it out of this.
That's exactly it.
I've got chills. He had no idea if he was going to have, if you were going to survive.
The anesthetist literally said to him and to me, we cannot fully put you under because you won't survive. We have to, you've lost so much blood, we can only sedate you. And she basically said to me, I'm praying that I sedate you enough that you don't remember any of this. Literally. It was a woman. I'll never forget her, like her face looking at me, telling me that. And I'm just like, whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
And Duncan's like, I couldn't even hear if he was saying anything, you know. And yeah, I think one of the hardest things for him was to go outside and have to phone my mom and tell my mom, like, this has happened. And
I don't really know what's going on, but
we don't know her. She's not stable at the moment. She's critical, and that they don't know what's going on. So yeah, that was beyond crazy. You'd never think these things are going to happen to you, and then
they do,
like,
yeah.
what was a grounded match.
And you were completely vulnerable, lying there, your life in the hands of these doctors, yes, but
yeah, exactly.
And I remember you telling me that you were actually just too weak to do anything, say anything.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, okay, I'm this is where I'm at.
Kind of surrendered to the situation. which is weird because I'm a fighter,
Mm.
you know. So
But
to just
I mean,
surrender,
in that moment, you got to know your limits, Claude. You know.
I was like, well, guys, doctors, this is you now.
Yeah. Hopefully,
When I
see you on the
started-
other side of this.
You know, like that was it.
Mm.
So took me a really long time to recover from that. Really long time, physically and mentally.
Yes.
And you were sort of within your mental journey of dealing with the trauma of this scenario when this character assassination
Yes.
played out.
Yeah, exactly. That and the fact that, my husband and I then decided, Dunks and I decided we were going to give up the whole trying to conceive journey with IVF because he said he wasn't willing to lose me in hopes of having another child. So we were both happy with one.
Yeah.
But inside, I wasn't happy with one. And so that was hurting me a lot.
Yeah.
So it was that. It was my dad, like grieving my dad, the miscarriages, mental health has always been a struggle for me. I've been very open about that. And obviously all of this loads your mental health, like in a negative way. And I had to do a lot of work to pull myself out of these holes. They were deep. They were very, very deep. And I was like, how am I ever going to get over this stuff? Do you?
What kind of healing did you have to do?
So I definitely, so the one thing was obviously medication. I've got a really good doctor that I go to and I trust, and he's been through a lot of the journeys with me. So he helped me quite a bit. Psychologists, psychiatrists, and I also did some like inner healing work, if you want to call it that, with a lady who does like these breath work journeys. And a lot of people will say it's hoo-ha stuff. I even call it hoo-ha, but I like the hoo-ha, and I feel like I believe that the hoo-ha works. This could be a whole another podcast on its own.
If the hoo-ha makes you feel good,
But listen,
then do the hoo-ha.
Yes.
I went to this breathwork session. I think it was this Sunday. So all of this happened, and then Sunday was this breathwork session, and it was meant to. My friend had been to it. My friend had lost her dad a year or two before me, and so we were kind of going through the grieving process together. And she had gone to this woman and said, "You don't understand. She feels so much lighter. Like her grief feels lighter. It never goes away. It never leaves you, but it's lighter. Go and try this." And so I went to it on the Sunday, and I remember still being in such a state. And I walked in there and I was like, I'm not in the right headspace for this. I don't even know why I'm here. Like I'm wasting my time. But let me tell you, it was an incredible session. She got me into a whole nother, there was a lot of stuff that went on in that session for me mentally. I do feel like that is where my fertility issues were. I don't want to say fixed, but I feel like that was like a big thing for me. There was definitely things happening there, and letting go of a lot of anger through the session, which helped. The grief. During this process, I kind of was in another, like my brain was in like another state, and I saw my dad. I felt like I was dreaming. So I saw my dad in a field, and I felt like I was flying over the field, and I saw him holding a little girl on his hip, and she was blonde, and they were just waving at me.
It's okay.
Sorry, I wasn't even going to talk about this stuff.
I'm so sorry.
But then when I went home, I told Duncan about this, and I literally said to him, he's with Summer. I was like, my dad is with Summer, because we said that if we were the miscarriage that I had, we had named her Summer. And I said to him, he's with her. They're together, and like gave me so much peace. And I was like, it was absolutely incredible. And yeah, I felt a lot of closure on that day, and I was like so thankful for that. And yeah, and then we just let everything go. And then a couple of years later, we fell pregnant with another
Surprise.
a surprise baby.
Yeah.
A surprise baby. And the first thing I said to Duncan was, I can't name her Summer because Summer was Summer, you know.
Yeah.
And she's with my dad. And he was like, but can't we name her in memory of her? Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we did.
Yeah.
So Summer is like a very special name because of that. And
So
so wild times, like through all of this, you know, battling like mentally, the smear campaign, infertility, mental health, like there's so much navigating all of that.
What do you call them? Wild scenes.
Just
wild scenes all around.
Wild scenes.
Those tears, and thank you for getting so raw in this space. Is it sadness? Is it relief? Is it just like, oh my gosh, when I reflect back on
Yeah, I've been through so
everything I've
much.
been through.
Yes, I think it's actually happy tears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've cried all my sad tears.
Yeah.
Obviously you still kind of like mourn those people, but it's definitely, it's beautiful tears in a sense, if that makes any sense, of the experiences that I've been through in my life. And also like everyone has these journeys. Like I'm one in a bazillion, you know, that have beautiful stories to tell.
Yeah.
And never in my life that I think at this age I would have so many stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've literally lived a lifetime in the last 2 years.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely wild. And I think that when I drive in my car sometimes, I look at people on the road and I'm like, I wonder what that person's story is. Because no one's story is linear.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's like this, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like everyone's got their ups, their downs. Then you're living on a high. Then you're going through a low period. Like everyone has a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So it's actually beautiful reading like, is it like autobiographies or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Reading people's stories because everyone's life is unique.
Yeah.
When you're talking like that, I can hear and I can feel that gratitude despite the hardship.
Yes.
There seems to be gratitude there. Like I can feel it.
Yes. No, that's the thing. Like I am, as much as I wish I didn't go through any of that, and I don't wish it upon anyone else. I feel like I had to go through those things to be where I am now. So I am grateful for them. Because it's made me who I am now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's given me life lessons. It's given me all of these good things.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely gratitude.
But I know not everything is shared with us. You as a mother, who are you?
I think I'm actually quite a strict mom.
Listen, I've seen her in action, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Is she?
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't say strict.
Boundaried.
Firm, but fair.
There we go.
Thank you.
That
There we
is
go.
Claude's.
Thank you.
Firm, but fair.
That's very kind of you to say that. Yes, I think I'm definitely stricter than Duncan is.
Okay.
He is like, the kids can twist him 100%. So I'm the firm one. But yeah, I'm the one, I think, with them. So Duncan is definitely like the more playful one, and like,
Aren't they always the dad?
yeah, and then I'm the one that's making sure, you know, that you've got the lunch boxes and you've got, you know, the clothes.
Can we just lunch boxes?
You know, have we got enough pairs of Crocs for school? And you know,
Are you a Croc family?
we're not a family.
Saint is a Crocs boy.
He's a Crocs
Loves
boy.
a Croc.
Because he's got a bit of Saintry defensiveness. The Crocs are the way. So I'm not fighting it at this point. I'm picking my battles.
Yes.
Absolutely picking my battles. So yeah, I'm more of that, like, I want things to be organized and then they're not organized and then I just close my eyes and close the door. But yeah, I love my kids. I mean, I'm obsessed with them. Absolutely obsessed with them. They're so cute. I'm sure every mom's obsessed with their kids, let's be honest. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm the firm one, and a lot of people are shocked by that. They're like, what? Really? I'm like, yeah.
Okay, but you can be that fun mom. Like, she's the one who's jumping on the trampoline with the kids and jumping on the jumping castle at the parties.
Yeah,
and
look, well, I'm definitely the one that's like saying, should we go buy a toy this weekend?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then Duncan's like,
Another toy?
Yeah.
he's like, good enough. You know, like one of those. And I'm like, let's go buy a toy.
Or like it randomly, she'll be like, should we go play slime?
Yeah. I'm like, I love
It's like
that kind of
naughty.
stuff. Yeah. Like spontaneous kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But yeah, I think everyone said Saint was going to be a mommy's boy, but he's definitely a daddy's boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think Summer is a mommy's girl because she definitely leans more towards me. But I think it's just, one of those things. But they're adorable.
Do children heal us or reveal us?
Woo.
Lauren hitting us with the hard ones today.
Maybe it's both.
I think it is both.
Both. For me, it's both.
Yeah.
They've revealed
Mm.
I'm not a very patient person.
No.
Well.
Yeah.
And with kids, patience is key. So yes.
But when you ask God for patience, he gives you something to be patient about.
There we go.
Okay.
So
So philosophical.
So definitely revealed a lot for me, and things that I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I don't want them to. Like I did something and I'd be like, oh, no. I don't want to do that again because I don't want them to do that one day or react that way.
But isn't it so beautiful to the testament of we are learning as we teach?
Right?
Yeah.
As a parent, the first time you're doing it, I do it and now I'm like, oh, I don't want him to one day do that to his wife or whatever. Or like silly things. But the silly things become the small things become the big things, right?
So, well, you realize, I think, the greater impact.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, the
For sure.
long-termness of
The
this.
long term, yeah.
For sure. Just the way we speak to them, the language we use, how we interact in front of them, things like that. And then I do feel like Summer, so Saint definitely healed something in us in terms of our, I don't know if I could say healed, but like our desire to be parents. But he also grounded me a lot in terms of I was working a lot and then I had him and it like literally taught me to slow down and it brought out a whole bunch of other things. And then Summer definitely like completed our family, healed my heart in terms of the whole infertility journey, sharing hope with others. So I do think it's a double whammy for me on that subject.
I think that's beautiful. So we've spoken through a number of versions of Claudia. And I feel it's been a beautiful journey getting to know these deeper aspects and deeper stories that have shaped the person who you are, the person who we all love and adore so much. So thank you for sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
And I think just if we could, in a way to round everything up, maybe if there was a message or something that you would like to share with whoever is listening, whether it be inspiration for them, a lesson you've learned that you want to share with them, just something to kind of bring us back full circle.
I think it would be like just follow your dreams. I know it can be quite cliche, but whatever that dream is, if that dream is to be an entrepreneur, then hustle towards it. The only way you're going to get there is if you try. If you don't try, you're never going to get there. If you're wanting to have children and you're struggling, like really like, get into it. Like, do everything you need to do what you can in your power. Like just really like follow. I feel like we've got one life to live. I feel like I constantly have to remind myself we've got one life to live. No matter what your religion is and what you believe, at the end of the day, if you're here now, this is this current journey, live it to its fullest. It's hard sometimes with the day-to-day mechanics of things to be like, oh, am I living today to the fullest? I'm doing the school run,
Yeah.
But really and truly, like it's really changed my mindset is follow your dreams. So I'm just keeping my focus on my goals and then trying to live my best life. Right, live our best life in the wild scenes. And trying to just remind myself that time is short. As you can see it, especially when you have kids. Reminds you. So do what you want to do, try and achieve your things, like, just like drive yourself, you know, to do the things that you want to do, because no one else is going to do it.
Yeah.
You need to do it.
Yeah.
Just like Kaylee got herself into the gym and Marco was like,
Yeah.
well, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know, you're not wanting it hard enough. You
No
don't
one's
want
coming
it.
to save you. Just do it yourself.
There we go. It's exactly that. And this is one life. And how do you want to live it?
Yeah. But
The
that's in your
choice is
control.
yours. Choice is yours.
Love it.
Thank you, Claude.
We love you.
Thank you.
And thank you to everyone who is listening. And as usual, DM us, comment, share, and thank you.
Yeah, but there are a lot of layers to this. I think we might need a part 2.
You're wild, eh?
Yeah. Wild scenes.
Wild scenes, guys. Wild scenes. I'm going to use that.
I'm going to do it as well.
Literally, it is wild.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.